All right. Well,
Okay.
good afternoon, morning, night, evening. Depends where you reside. Thank you for tuning into MK Boards. Today we have a very, very interesting match, which should be an interesting match in my opinion, is the winners
Definitely.
semifinals between the United Kingdom and the United States of America. So do you have any comments on this match, John?
Um, I think the start. I'm not entirely sure if these teams have played each other in the past, but it most would believe that like USA is like the team just to win this because they've been like a finalist in the World Cup in the past. So UK is going to be the underdogs going into this match for sure, especially without Xander as well.
Is it confirmed that it's not Xander playing yet,
Yeah,
or
Jamie's in the room.
Jamie's in the room? All right. Okay, so for the lineups, we do have for the UK side, we have Ryans, Joe, Jobo, Sui, Stevens, and Jamie. And for the United States side, we got Cinda, Joel, NATO, Pyrus, Strike, and Zinc. So as John said, I do believe that USA is definitely the favorite to win this match, especially with the King of Mario Kart being out of commission. Is a big hit. I do think that if UK wants any chance of winning this match, they will have to have someone bag with Pyrus, because Pyrus
Definitely.
tends to go for shocks, and which really benefits USA, because like USA has the ability to run, but having the shock as a backup if they need it definitely
Yeah,
can
it's really going to help
flip
them.
races. Yeah, so I do think if UK wants any chance of winning this match, they will need to have someone play a bagging type role to try to go for shocks. Otherwise, I think USA can steamroll a few good races, and then if they chain a few track picks with that, then it would be GG.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we will be watching from Brian's point of view, who is the captain of Team UK. I believe his point of view has been shown before.
Yeah, it has.
So be looking forward to that, as he's a strong, talented player. So it should be a good point of view. We should see a lot of the action
Yeah,
of the match.
I
So
think it'll be good as well.
yeah. So anyone know any idea when the war is gonna start, or has that been decided yet?
There's 11 in room right now.
11 in room. Yeah, looks like we're missing one of USA's members. So I guess we can go into a little more detail on the players. So
Yeah, we
USA's roster mainly consists of members from XI who are in Division
Yep.
1 right now. They've been in Division 1 for multiple years, which is Cinda, Joel, NATO, Pyrus, and Zinc. And then Strike was a member of SVC, which has been the most dominant team, although they've stopped playing now because they've lost
He
interest
also
in the
has
game.
been an XI for some time in 8U,
He has
so
been
he
an
does have
XI
that
for
chemistry with
8U.
them.
Yeah, so USA's lineup tends to focus a lot on chemistry too, as all these players have played multiple hours and multiple events with each other. So that's definitely a factor as well, which you can't really say this is the same for UK. On the UK side, we have Ryans, who is a member of Zealous, who's currently winning Division 1 right now. Joe is a member of Arcadia, who's in Division 2. Jobo is an Jobo and Jamie are in HD, who are also in Division 1. Sui is XI actually, so he'll be playing against his teammates here. And then Stevens is also a member of Arcadia, which is Division 2.
Yeah, from this UK lineup, you can't really notice like a lot of chemistry from this lineup as opposed to the USA lineup.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a hurdle that they'll need to climb if they want to take the win here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll need, especially Sui not being able to communicate on mic too. That can be taken advantage of as well. If you, for example, like USA could try to keep him back, and then he could pull the power items. And then
Yep.
when he's not able to talk, it might be a little more difficult. Like, should I throw the blue? Should I hold the blue? And stuff like that. Especially if there's a lot of people using similar characters, it can make that a little difficult.
Yeah,
that's
that'll
something-
definitely be a disadvantage for UK.
Yeah, so that will definitely be something USA could take advantage of. Well, it looks like we're going to start the war now, so that's pretty hype.
Alright.
I didn't really see who got what spots in the room, so I guess we'll just see what tracks people
I
pick.
couldn't see either.
I guess UK got top spots because you're picking Wario Stadium, so they must have gotten top spots there. I'm assuming
Okay,
USA
that's good
might
for
pick
UK
either a
then.
bagging track or kind of like a semi-bagging track like RMC maybe, but we'll see what they pull out. They're going Dolphin Shoals, so maybe UK doesn't have as many top spots as I thought, because Dolphin Shoals you usually pick when the opposition has only like top 2 or something. You got middle spots. So if that's the case, then Wario Stadium could be a little risky because
Yeah.
We're not going to get it anyways, but for example, the person in third or fourth can just spam an item on Wario Stadium, and if they get a green shell,
Oh,
you're
right.
pretty much
Yeah.
hitting at
It's-
least one of the people in front of you. So
Yeah. Unless you miraculously hit like the person behind you, which is a possibility as well.
that can happen as well. Alright, so it seems like UK is starting top 3. So 2 of the Roys and a Morton. We got a lot of Roys and Mortons in this room, so this might be a little difficult. My mini-map reading skills aren't exactly the best, to be honest.
You might have to solo cast for this race. My internet is like
Shitting the bed.
It's dropping the towel right now. I
All
think
right.
I'm gonna...
Alright, well, Ryan's does get the draft at the start, which is really nice. He could go for the coins. He does get a trail on, so that's also good as well. We got this Morton here up front. Zinc has a really trail that was pressuring Ryan's quite a bit, so he decided to slow down and play it safe. Because getting trailed over the gap, losing all your coins on Dolphin Shoals is pretty much ends your race. So that was a good play. Zinc does connect the back spam though, and a lot of havoc comes out with that bomb as well. So that definitely is going to hold Ryan's back personally. Seems like UK has 3, 4, 5. USA definitely has second. There's a blue shell coming out, so we'll see what happens with this. Jake slows down to let Jamie throw the red, so that was a nice play right there. They're going to try to red Zinc, which they do. The blue shell was actually broken, and Ryan gets banana sniped on the ramp, so that's going to slow him down quite a bit too. But luckily, he's able to connect the coins. He's back to 10 coins. 10 coins is very important for this track, so that's very good. First also has a big lead, so Jake and Ryan's could pull really good items to catch up here. He gets triple bananas in his primary. Not exactly the optimal thing you want to see, but you gotta play with the cards you're dealt. So he does get the opposite chain for the double in second, maybe go for some triple reds potentially. He does get a single red and a mushroom. I'm assuming, is he going to go for the cut? No. Oh, his red actually gets booed. So someone's going to have a red in the middle spot, which could be game changing actually. That's underrated. Red boos. Ryan's will get redded now actually because his thing got booed. There's a second blue shell going for who's ever first. They use the shock. It pretty much cancels the blue. So who's ever there in first, they really want to keep them in first, which I assume is USA because a lot of USA members are coming up after that shock. And I would assume Pyrus is the one who got the shock, as he's probably the best player at that role. So we do get a few more. It is looking like there still looks like there's a few USA back here though, so this might not actually be a terrible race. Joel does get hit. I'm assuming it was by that star by Jake, although that would look like a little laggy, but that's the only thing I could think of. Someone does get Joel does pull the bill though, and he does get Jake, so he's able to take out a couple UK. And I believe that's Pyrus's build there. And UK does get a few of the bottom spots, as you see Joe and last there. So Jobo does a really good job at holding out first. Sui actually, I forgot he uses the Japanese flags. That's a 1-3-4 for UK after USA shock. They do get a few of the bottom spots as well, but that's a relatively even race. That's a +2 for USA. So
What's up, everyone?
Hey, Sketch.
How's it going?
It's going good. Yourself?
Pretty good. It looks like I have to sub out John for the time being.
Yeah, John's internet's not the most reliable, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did I miss?
USA won the first race by 2. So I guess we'll look picking the tracks here. Do you have any thoughts on this particular matchup?
I always thought it was going to be interesting. I didn't know if UK finalized their lineup yet. I don't think I was around to see it. Do you know what their lineup is?
They have yes I do. It's Ryan's, Joe, Jobo, Sui, Stevens, and Jamie. So they don't have Xander playing.
They don't have Xander, but I'm surprised both of the Joes are playing, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll definitely help a bit too.
Yeah, that's a decent lineup. It's unfortunate Xander isn't playing, because that would have been very good. It would have made them a lot stronger, I guess. It seems like USA is using their, I wouldn't say typical lineup, but
it's close enough. Yeah, they're just missing Jax, so they got Joel playing for Jax right now.
Right.
Otherwise, they have the lineup they've pretty much been running the entire tournament.
Exactly. So I guess UK went to backing track after that last race.
That was actually a USA pick. Because UK had 1-3-4, but they also had like pretty much bottom 3, so which is why they lost the race.
Yeah.
They did have some front presence. But yeah, and USA, so it looks like there's a few people bagging over here. So Ryan's does have the Shroom and the Star. I think getting the Star at the beginning is really huge here because you can chain it at the double here, taking
Oh yeah, for sure.
and pull 2 really good items.
He'll probably get the, he doesn't go for the double box. He decides to hold the Star. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh no, that's unfortunate. He misses up the glider strat, but Who knows?
It's not
This
too
is a
big of a
track.
deal.
Yeah, this could actually benefit him low key if he pulls the right items. So not too bad. Doing that on lap 3 would hurt, but lap 1 it's not too much of a big deal. So
Right.
NATO has the blue shell, so that means UK was UK was first place. So UK is definitely at least one of the Waluigis.
Gotcha. Right, so
broke
probably
it,
get the
though.
double box this time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like all the 3 blue shells so far have all been broken or canceled. So the blue shell hasn't really had an effect this war so far. So Ryan's just gonna use a star here. Maybe he thinks the USA had shock. His strike used a star. It's undetermined whether someone does have shock. We do see the Morton in the back used a star right there. So
I feel like Ryan got unlucky with his items this race, to be honest.
yeah, that triple green pull is not what you want to see, but so we can see if you can get redemption on the glider cut here. And he
Okay, well
does.
this is decent. He should get
And
Cinda
he gets
here.
the green on. Did he get?
Nice.
I did think he got Cinda. He might.
I think he got Cinda, yeah. He passed him on the line as well. That was the best Ryan could have done in that situation. Or not the best, but that was a really good result for Ryan in that situation.
Yeah, I think he might have hit Joel as well. So that was really good greens by Ryan. See,
That resulted in a very strong race for UK in the end, even though USA got first.
Yeah, that was actually really good because those triple green pull was pretty bad, but he made the best use of it possible. So that was really good
Right.
on Ryan's part.
So that was a winning race by 4 for UK. So UK is winning by 6 overall now. It's not bad.
They won the race by 6, so they're up 4. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so UK does take the lead here. They do have a few top spots. We're going to see if they're going to opt for that Wario Stadium again or if they're going to try something else here. Because USA does have one of the top spots, which can make Wario Stadium a little risky.
I wonder if a drafting track would be good for USA, or not USA, UK at the moment, being mostly middle spots. But oh, they might pick Wario's Gold Mine. That's actually low-key really good for like middle spots when USA is like bottom 4 or 5. Because you can get so many drafts for like the first lap up until like that ramp, the big ramp where the target truck area is.
Yeah, exactly. This is a track too that you don't see too much of, but it's been coming up a little more lately.
I feel like people have figured out how strong it is just for middle spots, but
and I'm pretty sure it's also a track USA is not a big fan of as well, from what I've heard. So that might be a factor as well into picking it, but it doesn't matter because we're going to Sunshine Airport anyways. Which this is a running track, but like shock is not exactly a rare thing to pull on this track, and a shock can completely flip the race because you have the 2 huge glider sections. So
and just getting shrimps for set in like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th positions is really good. Like we see Ryan's get.
Yeah, so Ryan's is gonna opt to take the cut here, assuming nothing happens. Looks like Joe will as well.
Yeah,
so
a lot of them have shrimps.
Yeah, so Joe and Ryan's will actually just take top 2, just like that, very casually.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
that's
they're
the
gonna
only downside to SA, to be honest, is running the risk of that happening for USA.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Twisted Mansion, where if the high middle spots can pull shrooms. So that was good to let Ryan's take the double as he's second, so it wouldn't respond fast enough for Cinda to take.
Pretty lucky item.
Yeah, that was a good pull. He does connect the horn, but unfortunately he gets fireballed as well to counter it. So Joe does have first place. We got Zink in second. We got USA 2-3. Joel does have a shroom. He's going to opt to save that for the cut. Ryan's pulls a shroom of his own, so I'm assuming he'll do the same.
That's looking pretty safe for Ryan because there's no way Joel will get an item at this next set taking the cut. So
yeah,
it's not like he'll get rid of it or anything.
Shit.
Or he can misplay.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't say I've ever seen that happen before. That was really interesting.
I just don't see many people take the boost ramp at all. Like,
same.
Even to avoid another player. So
yeah, and then the green came for insult for injury too after. Well, it doesn't seem like Pyrus is like last right now, so maybe he was the guy that built up. I don't think USA has shock right now, so if I was Ryan's right now, I think I would try to bag and get the shock.
He's in the perfect position to get it. I don't think there's a reason why he wouldn't.
But he does pull the bill, which kind of
ruins it a bit.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. But it doesn't look like there's a shock in play right now, so.
It seems like USA is kind of back here, but I wonder if Joel and Cinder are still in top positions at the moment. I see a couple of Waluigis up there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Joe's definitely not first anymore because you see the Wario in like around 4th place, so they must have got Joe out. So that would make me assume that USA has a couple top.
I think Ryan could do some damage with the star if he's careful, but it's too far away now. I think.
Someone did get booed. Someone might just have had their race ended right there.
Right.
There's a lot of sus action going on there.
That is interesting ending for sure. I am not sure what people got.
And the Waluigi squad pulls top 2. UK with top 4-6.
I don't think I even like was aware of what was going on at the end.
Yeah,
So I
I
had
did
no
not
idea.
think UK was that far up because Joe got taken out of first, so I thought he got hit out of first, but it was his teammates that must have passed him. Maybe, yeah, that's it. Wow, I'm actually speechless. I did not think UK was having a race that good right there.
That is a huge race for UK. That's
Yeah.
a 26-point win in that race.
All
So
right. Well, Jamie's definitely doing a good job filling in the King of Mario Kart shoes, so I gotta
yeah,
give props
exactly.
to him so far.
Jamie is like one of those people who can just like hop on Mario Kart and be good no matter what. You know, he's like in any game he can just be one of the top players very easily. So I don't think you should underestimate him for not being super active. You know.
Yeah, he is definitely a very solid player. He's got good game sense too, which goes a long way, especially in this rendition of Mario Kart 8.
For sure. Well, now they're picking Wario Stadium. for
And
their
they're
top
gonna get
four.
it. Yeah, so I think this is a good pick because you at least have top 4. So the worst that can happen is 5th place spams a red or something, and at the very worst case scenario hits 2 of your members, which it shouldn't, but it can happen. Then you should still have the top 2 that's able to have a pretty solid run. So I do think this is a good pick. So the Waluigi's and the Wario are UK confirmed. Aroy is UK as well. It looks like a USA member switched to Link. So
Showing off that new Nintendo
yeah,
DLC.
showing off that new DLC for Nintendo, the promotion. I like it.
Exactly. All right. That was a good shroom. It's always good to, if you get a shroom there, just use it, honestly, on these tracks. Like, there's no reason to hold it.
Yeah,
It's always good to get as far away from people as possible.
yeah, the bumps at the start can completely alter this track as well, so it's something you got to watch out for. So we do have a lot of people holding shrooms here. Most likely they're all going to opt for the cut. We'll see if people space around because one of them could have like triple greens in pocket, for example, and then you could shroom
Right.
and hit the greens. So we'll see if there's some spacing going on here. Not much, but no one had triples, so didn't affect anyone.
Let's see who's in top positions after that last turn. I still think it's
Yeah, I don't know. The Waluigi's are both back here now, and they would start at top 2. So
Oh, you're right.
USA might have flipped a switch on this one. But we do see Pyrus back here, Zink's back here as well. Well, actually, we're in the mid pack, so I shouldn't say back here. We got 3 USA, but we got like 4 UK, so I do think USA.
Oh, UK just gets slapped. I think that was Jamie from USA. That was basically a 3v1 on
USA
that
has
straight.
2, 3, 4. Well, Ryan's to 4th now, but UK does still have
Ooh,
first. But
he
NATO
can-
pulls the double reds, but he does break it with the horn, so UK is definitely first place right now.
That boomerang could have been so much more deadly than it was.
It could have, yeah. It was unfortunate. You couldn't get the connection there.
Might be able to snag NATO up here if he uses it on the straight, but
On the third toss, yeah, you need to get the third toss though. So NATO gets the back red.
I think that
doesn't
is.
connect.
Nope.
Ryan's will opt to avoid the ramp and shroom around. I actually haven't seen that.
I've seen it once, but I don't think many people do it / know about it.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's an interesting strategy. So Ryan's was able to use the star.
Barely dodges that red. That was
Yeah,
a bit
that
too close
was-
for comfort.
Yeah, that was scary.
Trying to avoid his teammate Jamie on the last turn. I think NATO attempted some fireball damage at the end.
Yeah,
But
so
still a
Joe-
solid race for UK.
Yeah, Jobo was
stay in
able to
first.
hang on first, yeah, and able to not let USA red him out in the 2, 3, 4. So that was good for Jobo. Sorry, I just got a text. Let's see. Oh, what do you know? My roommates
What's up?
picked up a copy of Octopath Traveler, so I finally have it now. Let's go.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to my boy. All right. Anyway, so we'll see. UK has one about like one. Was it 1-5 or 1-4?
Oh, I think it was one. I'm sure the race is in the chat. Hold on.
Oh yeah, true. I always forget that.
It was 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. So
Yeah.
you're basically right.
Yeah. All right. So USA is gonna opt for Electrodrome, which is a solid track for 2, 3, and middle spots like that. UK is going TikTok Clock, which I like that because I know that's one of USA's favorite tracks to run.
I don't know if
So-
it's appropriate in this point in time though, but maybe they know more than I do.
Yeah. I don't know if it is either, but like I kind of like how they're picking it when they have the race advantage.
Oh, sorry,
Because-
UK picked it. I thought USA
Yeah.
picked it. I'm
Yeah.
an idiot. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because like this is one of USA's favorite tracks, so being able to get it
Right.
off the board when your team has the position advantage is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty
Although-
smart actually.
Yeah, although the 2-3 is a bit worrisome if some bumping happens on the handle, because I'm assuming Jobo's going to go for the handle. And I'll
He does have
assume-
Scooty though, which is pretty decent for this track. So we'll see if he can take advantage of that combo usage.
Yeah, so Ryan's going to opt to get some coins wide, which is really good to get coins early on in a race, get to 10 coins. It helps out a lot for the later.
Helps so
part of the
much
race.
more than some people realize, I think.
Yeah, picking up coins is actually one of the most important parts of this game, in my opinion. And a lot of people, you don't see that happen with, especially in lower divisions. So I
Right.
think that's something that people should take note of to try to improve.
So
People are going to opt for the shortcut here. Pyrus may
Jobo-
have failed it. I think
I don't think
Pyrus
Jobo
failed it.
first, yeah.
Joe does connect the horn. Ryan's connects a back spam, so that's a really good two-piece right there.
We
Is-
might see a UK top 3 at the moment then?
Yeah, that might be Jobo still hanging in first. The guy's an operator, so I wouldn't doubt it. Ryan's just gonna opt to try to get a double, get some. He does get really good.
I'm not
pack
sure I
items.
agree with NATO's gameplay there, because he was trying to go against like 3v1 essentially, shrimming up there. So that was basically his fault for.
It was definitely very risky, especially with Ryan's
Yeah.
chaining a double here, and he did get good items. And he pulls actually a very. I really like this item combination. Ryan's just pulled here. He's gonna try to get the stanchion snipe.
That's actually
Thank you,
pretty
Lawrence.
solid.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't connect, but he's gonna opt to drop bananas here to get the shrooms. Try to get another good. He gets the red shell, which is really good. So if UK is top 3 right now,
And I'm not sure how accurate this is, but I feel like in this game with the items, if you already have shrooms, you're more likely to get something like a shell or bananas or
does-
something. You know?
it does feel that way for certain. So they do connect the blue on Jobo. Jobo, I think he still has protection in his secondary item slot, and we also see the Waluigi's up here too. This could be another huge race for UK. We're seeing that mini-map lag on the last turn, which is Truck's infamous.
So I think
for.
that was definitely UK top 3, but what are the remaining
I legit
positions?
think that might legit be a top 5. That is a top,
Top
5 by
5,
UK
8.
on TikTok clock. UK is not messing around today. They want this win. We haven't been seeing as many shocks as we usually see on the USA side too, which is a little concerning because. But oh my gosh, UK is here to play today, people. They want this win. They want to punch that ticket to winter finals. They want to have that match against Japan. They've had it a lot. They want another chance at Japan.
I think their teamwork is just so on point today. Like
They're
everything
playing
we've been
very well
seeing
today.
is just solid, you know. So
Yeah, I honestly was not expecting this to happen. And then again, it's only race 5, so you can't count USA out yet. There's been way bigger comebacks than this.
for sure.
But this is definitely going to be a big hit on the USA squad for sure.
Also want to give a quick shout out to She Guy for keeping all these scores accurate and letting us actually know what's going on. So thanks, She.
Oh my, so UK is going to opt to go Hyrule. They do get Hyrule. This isn't personally my favorite track when I'm in first place. I think this is a solid track, especially because you optimize the coins on the left and the right, leaving the people coinless, and then you take the 4 rupees before the bridge as well. The only thing, you can get kind of a cheesy green off on the turn before the bridge
Yeah.
section,
You can.
but other than that, I think it's a pretty safe pick. So Ryan's will go for the left, and second Joe will go for the right rupees. So USA won't be able to take them.
Yeah,
and they can
Ryan
try
said
to
that
build their
start
count.
basically textbook, so
Yeah, and then Jobo also pulled the shroom too, the cheese shroom. So that's
Yeah.
that's really good for UK as well. Ooh, they do get connected banana snipe
That
on Joe
was
though,
interesting.
so that was a good snipe. Whoever did that, that's definitely the start they need to try to take out the top spots.
I think Joe's still up there though. He's still second. Maybe he
Yeah.
didn't get him.
It was Jobo that got sniped.
Oh,
so
Jobo. Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Jobo is hit. Yeah, they still have top 2. We see Zink in third. We do see a bagging battle at the back. I'm assuming that's 1 per team. That'd be the safe bet. So UK is going to try to contest for the shock as well, which is something we need to see. So I'm going to assume Pyrus is the Yoshi, and the Roy.
I think
is
USA
UK.
might have knocked out Joe in second, so we see USA in 2-3 at the moment, trying to creep
Yeah,
up on
we
Ryan.
do, and we do see the Waluigi's near the back.
If they get
too,
double
for the
reds,
runners.
it's pretty detrimental for UK as it goes.
And they do get the double reds. I think they might have let him pass to throw the other reds, so that was a good play.
Right.
So USA is now top 2. Joe does have a red in third. He might be able to connect on someone here if they used all their items to hit out Ryan's, but it doesn't look that way. Ryan's is going to red Pyrus here, so Pyrus is not opting for the shock. Pyrus did have protection. He used a shrew and was able to block it. Ryan's will take the cut here. So yeah, something happened to Joe. Yeah, Joe got destroyed.
Did Jobo? Okay, Jobo hit the banana. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Maybe he was
Jobo.
looking backwards, but that is unfortunate as he had a
Maybe.
red that could have potentially threatened USA
Yeah.
up there.
Ryan's opts for the double to try to get items to take out their top 2. I don't think this red will connect on Cinda. He most likely has protection, but we'll see.
But the Piranha Lap 3 is
Yeah.
low-key scary, and
Yeah,
he has a
it
shroom,
is.
so he can,
I
maybe
think
pass Cinda.
Ryan's will take second here. Ooh, I spoke too soon. Oh, I may have
Yikes.
spoke too soon a second time. Did that red connect?
That
on
was
Cinda? No,
such
it
a
didn't.
weird ending. It didn't connect.
Yeah.
No. That did seem
Strike-
to be a USA shock, though.
Yeah, that definitely was. Strike almost comes up and makes the top 3 for USA, but I think that was definitely the start USA needs to turn this around, getting a top 2-4. So
Especially in
Good on
high
them,
roll,
trying
that's
to
interesting that they were able to come back on such a front-running heavy track, you know?
yeah, UK does opt quite a few of the middle spots, but that's definitely a winning race for USA in a start. So that's the kind of race they need. Yeah, USA won that by 12. So UK's up 62 at halftime. So USA has quite the margin to build up, but I've seen and been a part of and have been on the wrong side of comebacks this large. So it's definitely far from out of the question. So don't sit relaxed and tightly yet if you're on if you're a UK fan, or if you're a USA fan, don't lose hope. The squads themselves, UK can't play relaxed here. They have to try to focus on winning every race, even if it's by 2, by 4. You can't give any openings.
You
on
can
the
never
national
relax
stage.
in these kind of
Yeah,
matches
never.
anyways, because these matches literally traditionally have consistently been so one-sided, like extreme-wise per race. So like one team you'll see get top 5 2 races in a row, and the next team playing them will get like top 6 and top 5 back to back. So it's like anyone's game still.
Yeah, for sure. All you need is that one huge race that's like high plus 20s, plus 30, and then get a couple of your tracks, and then that score is flipped. So definitely got half of the world. So we do get Mount Wario, which was picked by USA. So they do get their track pick after a decent race from them. So we'll see if they can capitalize on that here to start a comeback. We'll see if Ryan's pulls a shell and tries to spam it. Yeah, he does, and he does get. No, he
I
did not.
guess
Someone got hit there. That was really delayed, but one of the more.
That was a great draft usage by Ryan. That could have been
Yeah,
gone so
that-
much worse.
Yeah, that drafted. Did he actually push? I think he
might
pushed
have.
NATO off as well. That was a really good draft. One of the best drafts I've ever seen, to be honest. That's good on him. So he's gonna take the double there, so won't respond for the USA member. He does get the protection. He's at 8 coins, so Ryan's is looking in a pretty good position right now, if I do say so myself.
I would back this banana almost, but I guess he's playing it safe.
Yeah, I would play it, especially now. USA's 2-3 now. Something happens.
Yeah, that
Stevens,
makes
so I would
sense now.
definitely play it safe here, because UK's not in a position where they need to be aggressive. They just have to hold a couple top spots. So
Well, exactly. Now Ryan has double protection, which is honestly a best case scenario right now.
He's got the bomb in first, which you might drop in the cut here, but we'll see what happens.
Yep, there it
Yep,
goes.
he
That
does.
was
He
honestly
does get strike.
the best
and
thing
he
he could have
does-
done there.
Stoop low on the glider and pulls double. Yeah, Rise is looking like a really good race for Ryan's. So USA does still have second though. I do see a couple Waluigi's looking, the one at least looking pretty far back. So we do have at least a couple UK down there. Joe looks like Joe is the one contesting for Shock this race.
USA did get the double red, but I'm not sure
It's
it's
not gonna
going
work
to be
yet.
enough at the moment.
Both of the baggers used a bill, so no one. I don't think anyone has Shock right now. They do.
I don't know if he should have
USA
traded that.
does team play. Oh, that fireball connection would have been race
Wow,
changing. That was
no
really good
way.
avoidance by Ryan.
He could
This
do
is
something
looking like
oh,
another good USA race. Ryan's with the bomb set. If
bomb in
Ryan's can
first.
pull out first here,
Strike might be able to
Strike-
show Ryan.
if Strike gets this trail, I'll shit.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness
he does, but it's a
gracious.
little too late. That was another solid race by USA, though. I think Ryan's was able to pull UK on his back there, holding
Zeke
that
gets
top spot.
clapped from first. What does he get? Still pulls off fifth. USA 1-3-5-6. Still a pretty.
That's still
race
a
for
winning
USA.
race for UK. If they're able to connect that fireball or get Ryan's out at the end there with that green, that would have been a very good race for USA. USA wins that by 8, so it is a win. UK's up by 54 after 7 races. Ryan's pretty much gave his team, he saved his team on that race there, because if he was hit, that would have been at least a -20 race. So that was a good holdout by Ryan's there. Because if he got hit there, especially by that fireball, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten like 10th, 9th or 10th, because he would have missed the
Yeah,
boxes
no,
and
for
not got the
sure.
glider speed. So
Ryan played that entire race just very well from start
Yeah.
to finish, in my opinion.
yeah, that was a very solid race for him. He was able to pull out a second place because of it. So we do see some slight disagreement with the track picks on UK's side. So
Oh, that's
that's
interesting.
interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe this is the gap USA's opened up. So we'll see what happens. USA does get the track again, so yeah, Joe was pulling out his inner Arcadia there, throwing out the Animal Crossing card. But I don't think that's very optimal in this situation, but
That's honestly mostly a bagging track, in my opinion. I'm not sure if many people bag there, but I feel like I do that most of the time, at least.
yeah, you can definitely bag it very well. Shock's not super common, but you don't need... Ooh, that burnout is not going to be optimal for UK, because now USA has 3 of the top 4, I believe, and if they can bump
Right.
out second into the grass, then they could get a top 3 and start running away. This is a hard track to catch up on too, so... we do see Joel does get hit though, so that's a start for UK.
Yeah, Ryan's opting to get coins pretty early on.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for the frog there. A lot of people forget about the frog
Yeah.
because no one really goes wide often. So
And
then,
they make you spin out, right? The frogs.
yeah, it's a legit hit. Like
Yeah.
you get hit if you hit it. So we're gonna try to red Joel. He does have a star, so he avoids it. And we do have Cinda here, so I think Pyrus is 12th as well. So USA does have a few of the bottom spots right now.
I guess
But
Pyrus is going for shock, right?
Yeah, for
It
sure.
doesn't seem like anyone from UK is really trying too hard to get it at the moment, even though USA is
Not
still,
at
I
the
think,
moment.
top. Mostly top. I'm not sure actually anymore.
UK is definitely more of the top positions right now. There's a lot of
I
US.
wonder how that happened. I didn't really pay attention to the front of the pack at the beginning, but I guess UK came back eventually.
Yeah, this is definitely better positions for UK right now for sure. We get a fireball that connects on Ryan's back here. Oh, we do have Jobo back here, so it's undetermined who that Roy is currently in first place. We do have Joe in third and Sui or Jamie in fourth though with the Wario Waluigi combo.
I think Joel just hit his teammate there actually with the star towards the
Yeah, he
end.
may have. And these back, ooh, that was really good back greens. I mean, it split one apiece. So
There is a blue shell. I think it might be going to UK.
They're
at the moment.
stopping.
They stopped.
So it's
They
going
stopped,
for whoever
yeah.
that Morton is, which could be on either team. I believe both teams had a Morton, but I want to say that Morton is USA. But
That crazy eight
Rice-
was so spooky, and it ended up getting Ryan's.
yeah. So the blue shell was dodged. Just continuing with the fact that blue shells haven't really been a factor this war. Pretty much all of them have been dodged or
Right.
destroyed. So that's something interesting that you usually don't see. The Roy does get hit near the line. Joe actually might take first. No, Joe will get second.
Seems almost like a very even race.
UK, if that Morton's UK. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
another top-
goodness gracious, that's a top
That's
four.
another
from
top
UK.
4 for UK. It's always Jobo, dude, I swear. Jobo was Roy, though, so that's what confused me. 'cause
Yeah,
now he's
I
using
wasn't
Morton.
sure either.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
very good
that's,
race for USA early on, so UK was able to somehow work around that, which is great for them. These track picks have worked out in the opposite way for both teams the last few races, so making it more interesting in my opinion.
Yeah, did not think that was a top. I thought that was a winning race for UK for sure, but I did not think they had top 4. Especially
me
with
either.
Jobo switching to Morton there confused me a lot.
I think
Yeah.
there was some good communication towards the end with the blue shell and someone stopping from UK and someone else able to dodge it, So
Yeah, they dropped to let Jobo take first, and then he was able to dodge the blue, so that was good on them as well. So after 2 GPs, we only got 4 races left, and UK's up back to 74, so they pretty much negated the comeback USA started. So USA's now is the time where you got to start getting really worried if you're USA. They got to take risks. When you're down 74 at 4 races, you can't play it safe. You got to take risks. So, which risks can backfire, but you need that huge race, and they need it now. So, we'll see what USA does here. If I were, yeah, UK just has to play it more safe now. You don't need to get a blowout races. You can lose a race by 4. You can even like you can win a race by a couple, you can lose by a single digit, and it's not a big deal. You just have to make sure you secure a couple top spots, not let USA get a huge race, because that's the only way USA can get back in now is if they get that one huge race. So you just got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Now I believe Ryan still has the world record here, so we are watching
he does.
the world record holder of this track.
Yeah, and you can tell for people that aren't used to this game if they're watching that this is definitely a track to bag on if the world record holder is opting to bag on this track.
Right.
Then you know it's a bagging track. And so yeah, and what we mean by bagging track is staying near the back and getting power items like stars, shrooms, bills, and trying to go for the shock, dodge the shock with items so you can go up and catch up near the end because there's a lot of shortcuts you can take.
There's shortcuts essentially every turn.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we mean by bagging tracks is you kind of start at the back and then bring yourself up to the front at the very end with using power items.
And at the moment we see probably a best case scenario for bagging for Ryan.
Yeah,
so...
the bill on this track is money. Like I love this, so I just love having the bill here. It's just so this is probably my favorite track to have the bill on, to be honest.
So what he's going to do is he's probably going to get the box here and then use the bow straight after, and then hopefully dodge a shock. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, that's what he does. So this bill's going to take him all the way past the glider, and
that red from Pyrus could be. Yeah. I think he'll get in first though.
Yeah, he will for sure. He's gonna have a star in first to boot as well. That red's gonna really good to look back on that right there, because that red looked like it should have been going for NATO, but Ryan's made sure that was not gonna hit him, and it was. So he looked back and used his star, which we'll let NATO get first. But again, as we're saying, that was a really good play by Ryan's, because if that red hit him, a lot of shit could have happened. So being able to look back and make sure to keep that second place, just to make sure you at least have that one spot up there to try not give USA a huge race. So yeah, USA does win the race. They get bottom 2 though, which isn't something you want to see at this stage of the game. But again, it was only a +6 for USA, so UK still up 68. So that was a good play by UK and nice by Ryan's. Just instead of trying to be greedy and go for that first, just to make sure he secures that second place, gets those 12 points on the board, prevents USA from trying to get a huge race. So that was a good play there, looking in the back for that to dodge that red. So I'm interested to see what kind of tracks we picked here.
I have inside information that UK Joe is playing with one Joy-Con at the moment. That is not sure how accurate that is, but
I mean, that sounds like a Joe thing, so I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
I did try playing with one Joy-Con, I think, when I first got my Switch in Mario Kart, and I never did it again after that.
Yeah, I could never do that. My fingers are too large for that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they have a pre-John set if they choke the big lead, so...
A what?
I guess they have like a pre-excuse to make if they choke this lead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Gotta set that in stone. Ryan's does pull the cheese shroom here, which is really good on this track.
That was so close to that green, though.
Yeah, he did evade the green, which is nice. Pulling the shroom in a high spot there in this track is like really good. This might actually be... I think this is my favorite track to pull the cheese shroom on, to be honest. But the USA does connect with the double reds, so they do take Ryan's out of first. He's probably going to offer coins here. Yeah, he slows down to make sure they respawn. He wants to just get 10 coins quick, be able to come up, get a mid-high spot at the end of the race. That's probably what he's striving for right now, which is a good idea. We do see a lot of UK back here, and the Roy in the back, I believe, is USA because Jake is up here. So USA might try to optimize the shock and have a lot of the top spots right now. So this is looking like it has potential to be the race that USA needs. But
Joe getting that green on USA right there.
Yeah, it was good. So Ryan's, this is not a great pull for Ryan's. He's pretty much between his entire team. He does hit that banana as well, but he was pretty much between his whole team with triple bananas.
Yeah, I was going to say up until this point, UK spacing was kind of close, so he couldn't really do too much.
Yeah. Ryan's pulls the blue. It looks like that might be Jobo. Oh no, it's not Jobo. Okay. was gonna say because I do still think USA has a majority. We do see the blue drop, so that Link might dodge it. Yeah,
Right,
the
he
Link
dodged
does
it.
dodge it, so they did the same thing that UK did on DK Jungle. But yeah, this is looking like a huge USA race right here, kind of bringing flashbacks to that war on France where USA came back with that bill on Neo Bowser that even got fan art. So if we could find that fan art at some point, that'd be really hype.
That was hilarious.
But yeah, this is looking like an absolutely massive race for USA. Even Jamie, oh, this might be
top
this is a
six.
top 5. I think this is a top 5 for
Or
USA.
top 5, yeah.
This might be a top 5 for. I think Jobo might have snuck in. Jamie snuck in. That's a top 4-6 for USA. This war's not over, folks.
That's
This
exactly
war is
what we said
definitely
earlier,
not over.
man.
This is the exact race USA needed. They won that by 26. They cut the lead to 42. They still have a huge amount of work to do, but that was a nice, healthy cut in UK's lead. And UK has to be getting a little nervous now. They still have the advantage, but USA definitely has put this back in massive comeback potential with that plus 26 race right there. So USA is really banking on getting this next track pick to get another group run. So we'll see what they pick. UK's opting for Excite Bike. USA's going Sherbet Land. I have a feeling that all of USA might be using lighter characters and hoping for this track pick and get a group run. I honestly think they might be doing that.
That's something USA would do, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm not,
that is a risky strat if it doesn't land on them. But it is. It is. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if they have mini characters. I'm interested to see if their balls were that large. But we'll see what happens.
Oh goodness. And
No, they don't. Okay. Dude, I was hoping so much to see a bunch of babies right there, dude. Oh, so that would have been awesome. Yeah. So, and why that would be a thing is this is an off-road track, so you get a lot of the lighter characters, and it's better for off-road. Much how teams back in Mario Kart Wii would, if there was one race after Room DC, they would all pick Magic Cruiser and go Shy Guy Beach and drive through the water. It's kind of this, not as broken as that, but the same kind of concept.
Right.
What?
All right.
This is
So
a
we have
track
here.
you don't see often.
Yeah, you really don't, especially in wars.
Yeah.
Fair.
You saw it in 8U quite a bit with StarClan and Midnight Wasps would always pick this, but you don't really see that much in this game, especially with StarClan not being there, and Vertex is now the closest iteration of what Midnight Wasps was, and they don't really pick this anymore, so you don't see it too often. UK does have 2, 3, 4 right now. Jobo does have the horn as well in case something happens with Strike. That green just broke that banana just casually. That was pretty cool.
I think Strike is now in second place with Jobo barely passing him up.
Yeah, I guess Jobo was just a little too close to him. He didn't want to get hit by the horn. Yeah, that's
Right.
being their only top spot, it seems like right now. Ryan says have a boomerang too. This boomerang could do some damage if it's used correctly. He does have the shroom for backup as well.
Looks like he's kind of catching up pretty quickly with those lines.
Yeah, ooh, that bomb in first, but it doesn't connect. USA's trolling.
Interesting.
I think USA was trolling there. That's
I
definitely
see
a
about
USA
half the room
shock. That's
dodge.
that's a USA shock. We see Zing coming up here. He does opt for the bottom path, the butt crack path, so that's interesting to see what happens there. So NATO is still left behind.
I wonder if USA brought up any good items from that shock, but I can't really tell.
Yeah, UK still looks like this is a race that they can salvage and be comfortable with, but because they got 2-3 right now, which is pretty important. So, and they also have Sui in 5th right there. Zing's gonna try to connect these reds. This
Back
bomb
this
could
bomb,
just
yeah.
destroy USA. I don't. Yeah, it did connect. So UK,
Yeah, UK is 2-3-4.
Yeah, UK gets a 2-3-4. So that's might be curtains for USA.
Yeah, that was a great race for UK.
So UK does take the win, and what I considered going in to be an upset, especially with the King of Mario Kart out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Jamie's done a terrific job though, coming in and filling up those shoes. So I got to give a shout out to that. So it's unfortunate this last race can't decide anything. UK has secured the lead unless they repeat, which would not be the first time. Which wouldn't be the first time. that's happened.
I think that's almost too soon.
Yeah, it might be a little too soon, but so.
Oh,
So,
I cannot believe that happened, dude.
Yeah. So assuming UK all pick legal tracks, then this war has been won.
Yeah, and that's because the top 6 is +40, I think.
Yep. So UK is going to bring home the win and punch themselves a ticket to the winners finals. Honestly, I'm very surprised at how strong UK came out today. I'm genuinely extremely impressed. So I got to give huge props to that, because they had a really close war with Mexico, and I feel like USA is considerably stronger than Mexico. I'm not saying Mexico's weak. They eliminated us, so they definitely have some, like, they're definitely a solid team, but I do think USA is considerably stronger than Mexico going in. So the fact
For sure,
the
yeah.
fact they're going to beat USA by more than they're going to beat Mexico, that's really surprising. They definitely stepped up their game for this match. You could tell they wanted the win. So we will see if anyone who's going to score some garbage time points for their Indiv boost.
Yeah. It's essentially what this race is.
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty much what this race is. It's just going for garbage time points. But so Ryan's is in the back here. We're gonna.
I don't think being
in
in the back in this track is a bad thing, honestly.
No, it's not. Yeah, so we do got UK in bottom. UK is bottom 3. Couldn't see who that Roy was, but there's quite a few UK back here right now. But again, this is a track. We do see the Lincoln last, so that is a USA member at the back there. We'll see if anyone. This is a track too. We're pulling the shock at the set before the cannon.
Oh yeah,
pretty
for
common.
Sure. And then chaining like after the boost feather, yeah.
Yeah, because how this works is the items are distance based. So when you get a cannon, a fast cannon like this, and then you get boxes before it, the boxes act like the people that take the cannon are like that much farther ahead of you, so it gives you better items.
I'd like to give a shout out to Jamie's combo at the moment.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
The Cat Peach, and the I don't even know what card that was, to be honest.
Yeah. So Ryan's reds out Joel in first there and takes first. He's gonna try to place the cheeky banana. It doesn't connect, unfortunately. That'd
He does
be
get
really
the double
good. That
box
would've
at
hit him
least,
off.
so
Yeah, he does that protection. It looks like Ryan's just gonna be the guy who
gets all the
cashes out on the
points.
garbage time points. So he does pull first place. Had those stats.
I think that makes Ryan the MVP now, or is it still Sui? No, not even close. Sorry.
Yeah. So UK does end with triple hundo bombs, which is kind of high,
Pretty
to
lit.
be honest. Yeah, that's
Pretty
pretty
lit.
high. Like, that's something you put on the fridge, honestly. But so that race ended up being a tie. So we won by UK takes the win by 52 points, which is a healthy win, to be honest. And they punched themselves a ticket to playing Japan in the winners finals, which that time and date is to be determined as far as I know. So for me, the UK's chemistry was much better than I was anticipating, with all the members being from different teams mostly. They held their top spots really well. They were able to get huge races like TikTok Clock, Sunshine Airport, even when and DK Jungle, even when the majority of those track picks were USA track picks. So I did feel like there was a lot less shocks this war than other USA wars. So I feel like that may have had a factor as well. I didn't see as many shocks on the USA side as previous couple wars they've had, so that may have been a factor as well.
Right. Yeah, I think UK is pretty hyped at the moment. I'm not sure they were expecting that kind of war today, so they will be moving on to face Team Japan in the winners finals, which is pretty awesome. I don't think I would have predicted that.
No, that was a very good performance by UK. So, yeah, do you have any final thoughts on the match? Or
I'm glad I was able to cast and sub John. Thanks to She again for all the scores, and thanks to Vox for being the professional stream hoster. Everything went smoothly and really well, and I'm looking forward to the finals later, and looking forward to watching the losers bracket and see how that turns out. So that's all I got.
The losers bracket will be really interesting. We might get that token USA France match, but it's gonna only that match is gonna be the loser of that won't even get podium, and USA and France are usually both teams that make podiums. So
exactly, yeah.
If we get that rivalry match, it's gonna be in loser semis, which you don't see that every year. So it definitely will be very interesting. But yeah, thanks to She for the scores again and Stefan Vox for host streaming. I was happy I was able to cast this myself. Thank you, Sketch, for stepping in when John
Yeah,
came out.
no worries, bro. No worries.
Thanks to you, all the viewers. You're the reason why this kind of stuff happens. You watch the game, you like the content, you have the passion. So thank you for stepping around. Hope you're all having a great day, or night, or evening, or morning, wherever you're from. And I think we should probably try doing some interviews.
Yeah, if we can, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see if anyone from UK or USA wants to hop in and talk about what just happened. Let's see if we can get to the reps chat. Brian, anyone from UK or USA?
Hey.
Yeah, it looks like we have Ryan's in the call at the moment, which is the
All
person
right.
you just
He's
watched.
the captain of Team UK this year. So,
Mhm.
Ryan's, looks like you guys welcome me as well, Jake. Seems like you guys got a huge win there. So, I'd like to know, what do you guys think was a success in your victory today?
Just better presence in the front, really. Probably a better strategy as well. We realized we could probably outrun them if they bag for shock. So we did have an idea of counter bagging if they were going for back for the shock, which they did on a few tracks. But I think we were just confident we could outrun them, really. That's just just had a better strategy, I think.
Yeah, I did feel like there's a lot less bagging and shocks than the previous matches, but so that might have definitely had something to do with it. But yeah, it did seem like you guys were able to hold your top spots when you had them, get the big races. So I guess what are your thoughts on Japan, or do you have any strategies on how you think you can take out Japan?
But Japan don't really play the shot game, so yeah, we're definitely gonna have to play all in the front, I think. So we'll see.
We're gonna have to play a bit. We're gonna have to definitely play smart against Japan with our items and everything. But yeah, I don't know. It was it's gonna be a tough match because obviously it's Japan.
Yeah, Japan's definitely as if people aren't aware, Japan is the current champions of every single World Cup in Mario Kart 8. So they have lost individual games. One of those actually being to Team UK, but they have never lost a World Cup as a whole. So they've always came back and got the win. So it will definitely be a very interesting match. And I guess is there just any comments in general you guys wanted to make, just about the match or the World Cup in general or the road to come?
I feel like USA strategy was very predictable. It was very obvious because they seem to do the same thing every time, having either NATO or Pyrus going back for shock. So it was quite easy for us to devise a strategy around that, and we just executed it perfectly, I guess.
The execution definitely was there, as the score shows. Honestly, I was not expecting you guys to blow out that hard at the start, so I got to give you guys props to that. You guys definitely played better than I was anticipating, so I got to give you guys props for that. And Jamie, any words on Jamie's performance subbing in last minute for Xander?
Very impressed how Jamie played.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm very happy with how he played. I'm very happy with how everyone played, to be honest. Like, we all managed to do our part when we needed to. I feel like, although I think the only thing, when I did bag for shock, I only got one, which we weren't able to use, but that's about the only downfall, really. Not getting as many shots as we could have when I bagged, but yeah, everyone did their part, held their spots at the front, took them out in crucial times. So
yeah, I was very impressed by Jamie's performance as well, especially since that was his first match playing in this World Cup, right?
Second, I think. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I know he hasn't been super active on this game compared to, say, Xander has been over time, but he definitely filled up the shoes really nicely, in my opinion. So I got to give him another shout out for that. But yeah, things you wanted to ask Sketch?
No, I think we pretty much covered it all. I'm really impressed with how UK played today, and I'm sure you guys will do just as well against Japan. Yeah, I think.
I'm sure you're saying that truthfully.
You can't go into it like that, though. You gotta at least
Yeah, of course.
But thanks for coming in, guys, and interviewing and humoring us. Looking forward to the matches to come. I think that's pretty much it. Does anyone else have anything, or are we good to go?
Thanks for hosting and casting, I suppose. It's always
Yeah,
No
nice to see.
problem,
thank you
man.
for-
No problem.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
always a good time.
Yeah, well, I guess that's it. So thanks for stopping by for an interview, and again, congratulations on the win, and good luck in the winners finals.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks for watching, everyone.